All right, we are live. It is I don't even know what y'all talking about just now. It is October 8th, episode 30 something. I stopped counting. Of course, tonight we got our panel. We got a full panel again tonight. We got down here in order of appearance. Sosa over here. We got Jason on the headphones. We got Izzo down here, and we got Rich over here. And I am Spodio, the Dopalicious Blackavelli Nutrition, Andre 3001. My name's Brian.
Leviticus.
I'm probably gonna put the intro right there. Anyway, let's start the show with some corrections because I know Sosa said some things last week that I don't think he meant. Well, he probably meant them just for not them to come out like they did. So Sosa, go ahead and whatever redactions you have, please go ahead and voice those.
So I talk quicker than I think sometimes, or
all the time.
I don't know. What is it all the time? Okay, it's all the time.
Absolutely.
So last week I said we was talking about hip hop, and I was trying to name some early Spanish or Hispanic MCs, rappers, whatever, and I couldn't remember the groups each of them were in. Now I can. Ruby D and Whipple Whip were from Fantastic Five, and Tito was from the Fearless Four. If you can remember, Fantastic Five was Grand Wizard Theodore. So, and then I said something stupid like, "Oh no, I ain't no like." I said fucking Magic Mike instead of Mr. Magic, who's a legendary DJ. And so I was trying to say him and Red Alert were going at it when those other three were in it. No, it was more because Mr. Magic is actually Hispanic, and I was just bringing in, okay, if they can do it, then we can do it. You know what I mean? So just that was it. That's all my corrections. I just don't want some dickhead to look past at our podcast and be like, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about, because fuck you, I do.
I got a question, though, for Sosa.
Sir.
Whose apartment did you steal for this podcast?
Oh, no. I'm in Chicky's apartment. It's just I moved it so the love nah.
You didn't want the wall decal
because Marcus punk ass was talking about the core.
Wasn't there a Mr. Magic in the 90s?
Mr. Magic.
Wasn't he like part of No Limit or something?
Same one. He was still on the radio like till like 2000.
But wasn't he part of like No Limit or?
Oh, that don't count.
No, hey, chill out. Relax.
Mr. Magic. Y'all remember that guy?
Yeah. What he's trying to redact though is the fact that Mr. Magic isn't Magic Mike.
No,
I got you.
We don't. When we talk about hip hop,
different type of podcast.
We don't talk about No Limit. They're not. No.
Well, like I was gonna say, we like to be fully transparent here. So if we do make a mistake,
yes, and
we have no
problems on the show. We're not talking about music. We're just gonna talk about how you got money. That's it.
No problem. Think about what we said if we said the wrong thing. So,
I mean, since y'all brought it up though, man, the production. All us was listening to Master P and No Limit and everything.
No, we weren't.
No, we weren't.
No,
y'all listen to it to some degree. I'm not saying that you was like, oh, they the best producers and nothing like that. But yes, for you to hate on them, you had to listen to them.
Do not put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Oh, I like down for my niggas. Everybody like that.
If you go back and listen to the production, though, that's straight up from closet production.
Oh, Beats by the Pound was it? Yeah, Beats by the Pound is not very clean production.
Closet production, that's garage.
Ooh, garage band.
I could be honest. I listen to Young Bleed and Mystical, and that's it. If I'm being honest,
was Mystical even No Limit? I had a conversation with.
No, he was on.
He didn't start off No Limit. But he ended up coming into there like 96-ish. 97.
He was still always a jive imprint on his albums. I remember you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so he don't count. That don't count as listening.
Okay, well, good.
He definitely didn't exercise limits. We know that.
It's right. You got out of jail and went right back for the same shit. You're dumb.
That definitely wasn't too soon. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
No. He didn't know the meaning of the word no.
All right. So
on that note.
All right. So next topic. Let's talk some sports for a minute.
Let's talk
Sports.
Right.
Let's talk about
the rankings came out or have always been out for a while. And I'm guessing actually I'm gonna let Izzo go ahead and take this one.
We've been talking about it. I don't even know if we talked about it on the show, but amongst me, you, Sosa, and Rich, I kept saying like rankings for college football shouldn't even come about till like week 5 or week 6 because all it did is jump around because some teams were gauged to be good and they've fell off of a cliff. And it really came to my mind when we were out watching the fight this weekend and I saw Auburn got beat in the exact same fashion I predicted. I said Auburn's going to lose a stupid game, and Auburn lost a stupid game to Mississippi State. But most people go, oh, Mississippi State's good. No, they're not. They were given a lot of votes at the beginning of the year, which made them still be ranked. Because I'm like, if you 4-2, and I'm looking at a lot of teams that are undefeated right now, why are y'all ranked? So that kind of bothers me. Like right now I'm scrolling. So Auburn is the highest ranked 4-2 team. They're 21, but Texas A&M is 4-2. They're 22. Mississippi State is 4-2. They're 24. And I did graduate from a Southeastern Conference school. The only reason those teams are ranked, honestly, is because they're in the Southeastern Conference. I don't think most of them should be ranked right now. And I still don't think Notre Dame's a top 5 school, and they're number 5.
I think most of those rankings, or when you start doing stuff like that, it kind of those are money drivers.
Oh yeah,
that's what
you just hit it on the head. Because Texas is a big money school. Texas jumped from 19 to 9 this week, and Oklahoma did lose to them last second field goal. Blah blah blah, but they only dropped 4 spots. Because Oklahoma brings eyes to the damn TV. Michigan, who does not look that great on TV, they're 5-1. Because we talk shit. The Big Ten ain't really got nobody. They got some teams, but it's like they got about 3 teams up here, and then it's just everybody fighting just to get into the picture, which is trash. Yeah. And they're number 12, and I'm like, what? I don't know if college football's down or the rankings are on. Because I don't know.
Well, like I said, I think it's all money, and it's all who brings, like you said, who brings the eyes. Who pushes the gamble? Who pushed the bets?
Yeah,
those top 5 deserve to be there, man.
I give you the top 5. Like that's been solid, but everything under that just kind of just is whatever.
Don't deserve
well, no, I take that back. Number 5. Notre Dame has not shown me anything to be top 5.
What about
I give them maybe top 10. No, they've been all right. They've been
good. They deserve
that. Syracuse is the one team that knows how to play them, and they almost lost. But other than that, they beat the dog shit out of Wake Forest this weekend.
Oh my god!
And didn't even like they were trying.
Oh my god! Nah,
Wake Forest.
Wake Forest is a basketball school.
Bro, it don't matter. They had their 4th string running back in there, and then Wake Forest could not stop 4th string.
Yeah, like Hunter Renfro got in the game. He's a wide receiver.
That's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. They were putting red shirt freshmen in just to get some playing time because you could play them once throughout whatever.
Just like go ahead out there, get your feet wet.
Come on, little Jimmy, you can do it.
They were like, "How we gonna look 5 years from now? Let's just put everybody this."
I think the girl trainer got in the game, fam. I really think so. I really think so.
The water boy was.
That's like putting Rudy.
I got it.
Pretty much. Got it, coach. Oh, speaking of that, real quick, I was listening to something that had Joe Montana on it. Joe Montana played in the 70s for Notre Dame, and he said, "Yeah, that Rudy shit didn't go down like that because he was playing on that team." He didn't really get into it because he didn't want to say too much, but he said it didn't go down like that.
Keyword based.
Exactly. So
I'm gonna look that up.
But I don't know exactly how, but I'm gonna look it up. Wait, holy hell, Colorado's 5-0? Jesus Christ. Sorry, that kind of threw me off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would love to hear that real story.
Mm-hmm.
They leave out the stuff when like the hero like got his ass whooped 17 times before he won a game.
Oh,
Look
You
at
know
how
what
we
they
talk.
need?
I'm
Go ahead.
about to look how we talk about Columbus.
Black Klansman.
Oh yes.
You know, I saw it, but then you hear the guy talking about it. He was like, them cops weren't that nice to me. I don't know why they put it like that.
They have to make you feel like there was a side, I guess.
Yeah.
You have to have a protagonist and an antagonist. It's really hard if everybody's a dick to the hero.
I can pretty much guarantee everybody was a dick to the hero in that.
I mean, yeah.
Not to throw this off, but speaking of fake heroes, Columbus. There you go.
It's Chris Columbus Day.
Yeah.
Fuck that motherfucker.
Everybody has their own celebrations. Of course, like I said, like somebody was telling me earlier, out west, the Native Americans got the Indigenous Day. And they said if you go to New York, all the Italians throwing big parties all in Little Italy and all that.
Well, yeah.
But Native Americans should have like all day Indigenous Day. This is their land.
Well, I ain't leaving.
What?
He said this is their land, but I ain't leaving. But
the Christopher Columbus Day, it drives me insane, man. Like,
everybody knows he's a piece of shit.
And
that's why people are so quiet about it now, because nobody wants to say, "Yay, Christopher Columbus discovered America." Because you're gonna have somebody next you be like, "Really, motherfucker?"
For real.
It's like you're gonna send them a live. Let me Google that for you link.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah,
I mean, and when he came here, he even like offered like he steals land from the natives, right? And then says, "Hey, if you bring us all this stuff that we need in this short amount of time, then we'll give it back to you," knowing there's no way they could ever meet the goal there, right?
Yep.
And then go through it and steal and rape and pillage all the women, and it's.
Oh, we forgot to say where here was. Here wasn't America. It was Hispaniola, which is modern day Dominican Republic and Haiti.
Yeah,
that's what makes it even funnier.
It's like.
And not only that, but it wasn't supposed to be America; it was supposed to be India, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
That's why we've been stuck with a term called the Native Americans Indians.
It's so stupid.
Motherfuckers got lost. They've been lost ever since.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to derail, but when you said the hero thing, it just made me think of that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it ties into him being a piece of shit. So
I think what's pissing people off, or what's pissing people off that still celebrate Christopher Columbus Day, and
I think they do it in spite.
All these statues and everything that are up is you worship these people and you learn about these people in school, but then you find out the people that you wasted all this time studying.
Oh, like Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
don't meet your heroes.
Shit, Gandhi was a racist.
Funny.
Yeah, Gandhi was.
Gandhi was a
funny y'all
racist.
talking at.
Go ahead.
Because I feel like any celebrity or any famous person, let's just say before 1980, is 90% probably racist. I can almost guarantee that shit.
Or if they were stupid rich, they don't rape somebody.
Whoa.
You did have a few, like Charlton Heston and people like that. I mean, even though he was a crazy NRA person, but he was there for a good chunk of those marches and things like that. But I mean, maybe he got old and he forgot about it, but
hey man,
I don't know.
I look at him as like he was there for a lot of that stuff, and then he became like a crazy gun enthusiast.
You know what's you know what? All this stuff that's going on and all this stuff they digging up on these celebrities, there got to be some real nervous people out there.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet you they writing a lot of checks right now. Not necessarily paying people off, but I bet you they donating and everything to keep people.
Look at Drake. Look at Drake. He came out with "Nice for What." Then you find out he got a kid. He's gonna release an Adidas promotion.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
you know, like I said, Clint Eastwood got another movie coming out.
Oh,
He probably waiting for somebody to come out on him. This man is 90.
I don't. But see, when you get that old, you don't care no more.
You gotta do
that. All school has something to lose.
Yeah, see, he ain't got nothing to lose. Right, exactly.
So I mean, like, is this Clint Eastwood? Is it like in a old people's home or something like that?
No,
no, but he about dead. So
he got a movie coming out, man, like an action movie.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
That's like
he gonna fuck around and throw a hip out, man. I can't.
I mean, if it's already in production, he's good.
Well, he got hurt doing Gran Torino. What is it? Gran
Torino.
Yeah, he got hurt doing that.
Some Filipinos beat his ass.
I think he fell or something. Hey, he played that part too good. I was mad at him.
Yeah,
at one point. Yeah, that was sliding off his tongue too easy.
Yeah. I still need to see. I've not seen that movie yet.
It's a Trigger movie.
Yeah, I still ain't. I like the car, but I ain't gonna watch that shit.
Yeah, it's a Trigger movie, but
Triggered.
a lot of nervous people in Hollywood right now, man. And as long as they stay out of the public eye, they good. Like you see, Wesley Snipes just disappeared. Like he was like, you know what? I'm not even doing another movie.
I say Hollywood and DC have the biggest. They're on pins and needles right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with these elections coming up.
But then you expect them to pick some people up, and they never do. Like Andrew Dice Clay, I expected his name to pop somewhere.
I don't think he ever had to take pussy. He got it thrown at him.
I think. Yeah.
So did Bill Cosby.
I don't
think none of them got to worry about that. Trump out here saying that he purposely walked into Miss Teen America's locker rooms while they was naked and forced them to talk to him and grabbing women by the pussy. If he can say all that, then if he can say all that,
who did that?
Trump.
Yeah, it was like,
yeah.
I mean,
he said sometimes they don't even want. He said sometimes they don't even want to kiss me, but I made them do it anyway.
Yeah,
boom. That is
You can't do nothing with your life if you're a rapist. I can be president.
That's right. Molest the hell out of some little teenagers and still be president.
We got to remember that congressman congressman or senator in Alabama still almost got elected.
Come on, Roy Moore.
No, he was picking up damn teenage girls, and he's like in his 50s and 60s, and they knew he did that. They knew he did that, and it's like, I'm still gonna vote right just because. I'm like, really?
No, this is just a plot by the left to take down the president.
They ain't do nothing wrong.
You just hate Trump.
We gotta own the libs.
Fine and dandy until it's your daughter.
Nah, man.
Right.
But he said that he would hook up with his daughter.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he say that.
Damn it!
But he said she's
quit debunking all our theories, man.
Oh man!
You remember when they were talking about what he said about Paris?
Paris Hilton?
Something about Paris Hilton that time too. He was like, "Oh man, I can't wait till she turns 18," or some nasty shit he said.
Oh, I'd have heard that.
And I think she was like 12 when he was looking at her.
Yeah,
oh my god!
Yeah, somebody was there and heard that, and they put that was a quote.
Yeah. My thing that bothers me so much, right, is united we stand, divided we fall, right? But every time he gets on any sort of, news channel or whatever, he's always dividing the left and the right, the Democrats and Republicans. It's always division. Like the point of the president should be to bring the people of America together. And he's always doing the opposite, man. It just gets under my skin.
Yeah, no, Obama did it first.
But
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
he wants to stay in office.
Obama was the one that separated us, and we've never had more division in America in the 8 years that Obama was president. What are you talking about?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead,
somebody out there is gonna grab this podcast and like take what you just said and not hear the sarcasm in it and just broadcast it.
No.
And they're gonna use you because you're a black man, right? So they're gonna use you and they're gonna be like, "See, look what this black man says."
The black guy said it, so it must be true.
They were like, "Brian, did you say this?"
Oh, y'all think
and they gonna cut my mic off.
No, I'm laughing because the way Brian said it, he looked like he was drugged or something. And I said, I feel like they sip something before like they make them statements. Because I'm like, how are y'all so tunnel vision to where and you think it like they think this aligning with their views, it aligns with what's going to make them, I guess, better financially, better socially. And I'm like, yo, they're taking stuff from you too. Like they taking like everything from you. Like you may suffer the most for a lot of this stuff.
It don't matter though,
because it ain't about color; it's about class, and like your class is suffering. What you say?
I said they ain't sipping nothing. They shooting that check in their veins.
Problem is, You just keep getting taxed more and more. They're gonna find ways for it to go to the top. Trickle down economics never works.
Yeah. Shit, look how Amazon did their employees.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna give you this raise.
When that happened, I was like, nah, the shoe's about to fall on this one.
Oh, I knew it was BS.
$15 an hour. It's like, okay. And then immediately after, it's like, oh, yeah, but we're going to take every benefit that you had.
Yeah. Like, they can't even invest in the company anymore, right?
Pretty much.
Because they know their stock rising so much. That's too much value to having all those people.
Right.
They got to be able to sell that stock to somebody else.
Why am I giving my employees a $2,000 stock?
Because you're going to get a discount. They don't want to get that discount go. They're not going. Yeah, you always get to buy it at a discount when you work places.
They need that extra 8%, man.
That extra 8% for all those thousands of people adds up big time.
Right.
0.01 or 0.1 adds up a lot, big time. So that makes business wise, it makes sense. Ethically,
ethically it's messed up, but
yeah,
I understand.
But
we're either going to fuck you or you're going to give it to us.
What was that line? What was that line? Say I'm gonna take this shit or give it to me willingly.
I just think you could have spread out around the money a little bit differently, and then it could have felt like something. It's like you did this big extreme.
So it did feel like something. It felt like rape.
Yeah, I think when they pulled everybody in up, because Verizon did this recently too. They fired a bunch of people. I think they pulled all those people in the office and said exactly what Sosa said. We either go fuck you or you'll give it to us. Wait a minute, what are you talking about, sir? Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Like Bobby Knight said, just lay. If it's inevitable, just lay back and enjoy it.
Probably had like the president of HR there, like, God damn it, you about to have me working so hard for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna have to deal with so much now.
They said that shit in the Trump voice too. It's gonna be huge.
But yeah, that's sad. I mean, that kind of gets people scared to even work for corporations. But what it should do, is spark people to start their own businesses.
But can you enter into a space like that, like Amazon did, though? Like, really?
No, you can't start Amazon. You can't start that again.
Like, you're gonna have to do something completely different. Because if anyone, it's even the same thing. Like, people were talking about doing. I think I heard like rumblings about like courier services for like local package delivery and stuff. It's like
that's what they're doing. Because speaking of which, my last 2 or 3 packages I've ordered have been just random vehicles that plop stuff down. They take a picture with their like phone or some device. And then when you log in, you'll see the picture of to make sure it got there. I guess for Amazon to know too.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, I heard the damn thing hit the door, and I'm like, this motherfucker just threw the shit at the door. And
pretty much.
Hey, I mean, UPS ain't much better, but still, at least they ring the doorbell and run.
By the time you hear the package hit the door, you see that Scion peeling out.
Yeah. So they're already doing that, and I'm like, y'all really cutting all the corners. I see.
That man he hit 10th gear by the time
he cutting all the corners, just not to pay USPS, just not to pay UPS and FedEx. I'm like,
hey, man.
See, that corners get you a lot.
No. So what's going to happen next is Amazon is going to have their own fleet and then call it a day.
Yep.
They are working on that.
Oh, and it's over there.
Which, yeah. UPS and stuff will be fine, but I think USPS, I think that's a nail in the coffin for them if that happens. The way
Amazon is going to be on everything. We thought it was going to be Walmart, but eventually Amazon's going to buy Walmart. They're going to be on everything. They're opening up 3,000 convenience stores that nobody has to work at.
But they've already proven through a lot of videos people can still steal out that mug easily.
I mean, you could try, but
I didn't like the idea of the whole like going to the grocery store and not doing anything but pushing your buggy through this scanner, and it sees everything in your buggy and charges you. Who's bagging my grocery? I still want my groceries bagged. I don't want to do that shit.
I go through self-checkout every time.
If I got a few things, but if I got grocery,
have you ever been to Aldi? They don't bag your shit.
I hate Aldi. That's why I don't go.
That's why exactly.
And I got to bring my own bags.
Yeah. See, same thing.
I go to Publix and Kroger, man. They give you top service.
Hey, that's real talk though. Hey, Publix and Kroger make you feel something like upper echelon type shit. Yeah,
especially Publix.
Hey, you walk in Publix and you're like, so where's the such and such? And they're like, Hold on, young man. Let me grab your hand. I'm gonna put you in this buggy and push you down the aisle 15 and show you exactly where it is on whatever. Yeah, they're crazy.
That's almost real too.
And then when you get there, they pretty much like get on their knees and blow you before they walk away.
Whoa, hey, all right.
Which grocery store you going to?
It's Publix, man. I'm telling you.
You know Publix don't set up. You do know Publix don't set up in the back alley, right?
That's
Publix.
It ends with an X, not a CS.
Yeah.
Not in the hood.
All right. On Kennerly Road.
But and that's like the Chick-fil-A of grocery stores.
Yes.
We don't have a Publix.
I rode by Chick-fil-A the other day and I saw what everybody was talking about. The people that were all outside in the drive-thru.
Oh, with the iPads?
With the clipboard and laughing and talking with people. I was like, wait a minute. What is this?
What happened?
That's what they do.
Like they got employees that stand outside at the drive-thru. And they're talking to people in their cars and taking their orders and bringing their food.
So by the time you get to the window, your food, they're just handing you your food.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you just pay
If you pay with card, If you pay with card, they'll take your money right there on the iPad.
Yeah. That's all you're doing. You just drive by, get your food, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're not playing games out here.
No, they can afford that because they close on Sundays.
You're right. Because I swear it's like 50,000 people working at once there.
They're thinking that once, I don't know if the owner has passed already.
Yeah, he has.
But,
I didn't know
the original owner has, yeah.
Who's the original?
It was recent, right?
Within the last 2-3 years, yeah.
Okay, and they're thinking that eventually his kids are going to turn it into a open on Sunday situation, which they're trying to sneak and do it because they started some kind of service where you could buy a take home
Platter,
not Wendy's, Wendy's platter thing, so you can take it home and cook it.
That's not the same.
Trying. They're trying.
The
Eventually, they're going to be like, well, why don't you just come to the store and get it? Just come to the restaurant and get it.
Yes.
No.
That'd be
they're going to sneak that. They're going to sneak them two people. They have a skeleton crew. In there.
My thing is, I work near Chick-fil-A. That thing on Sunday would be clutch.
I was about to say, can you imagine what Chick-fil-A would be like when they announced that Sunday that they'll actually have people working there?
It's gonna be nothing but
everybody to church.
People are gonna come in there for no reason. Just like, I don't know,
I ain't never sat in a Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
You will see the most hypocritical Christians you ever seen in your life. I can't believe these guys are open on Sunday. Yeah, let me get number one.
And they fresh.
Can I get a large waffle fry, please?
I tell you what, though, I never want Chick-fil-A ever like I do on Sundays.
That's true, because you can't have it. That might be why we like it so much.
I'm saying they better leave it closed on Sundays because that Monday's got to be popping.
Oh, Mondays are.
Yeah. Yeah, Mondays get so much business because like, damn, I wanted it all day yesterday. I can't get it.
And over here it's near a high school too, so it's stay popping. Yeah, we got off on a tangent.
Yeah.
We wing it.
Speaking of Chick-fil-A, though,
since we're talking about service and getting things right then and immediate. You see that? You see how? We have found ourselves living in what people may call a microwave society. Instant gratification. I want it now. I want it fast, and I want it right. And I want it all.
I mean, this is the same topic we just talked about. You're talking about Trump and raping people, right?
Oh man! Tell them how this conversation started this afternoon.
The conversation, the views as expressed in the recent comment, were those of Jason Kennerly and none of the community as a whole. All emails should be directed to.
You ain't gonna put my government name out there like that.
That
right?
was all you. But anyway, it's kind of on your thing here, but that's cool.
Right.
But yeah, everybody wants everything now. Let's do pros and cons of this real quick. So what's bad about being in a microwave society, in your opinion? What could be the downfall, or do you think it's bad at all?
Preservatives.
What? You mean like salt? What are you talking about?
I was trying to figure out how to respond to that. But
Elaborate, my friend.
that's actually, hey.
That keeps it. That keeps it longer.
It's like I would like to know more. Please continue.
That's either really intelligent or really ignorant. I don't know.
So
I think I either meant additives or glucose.
No, I know what you're saying. Everything has to be flash frozen and stuff has to be added to it.
But that's technology.
But that's not, is it?
There's a reason the technology is pushed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear my music right now. I don't want to wait to go to Coconuts. Here's iTunes. Here's Google Music.
Mm-hmm. But see, things like that. Go ahead.
What's the bad part about it? Like, I can't get De La Soul's first 3 albums on Google Play because of some licensing shit from back then. I don't know how to explain that intelligently or how to make that a con, but I mean that's an example of a con. Mm-hmm. So
I get what you're saying with the whole preservatives thing, but Jason, what do you think?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That's tough. I think it depends on the individual, right? I mean, what's good for one person is not necessarily good for the next, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to have everything here and now might be perfect for one person, one generation even, but maybe not for the next or the previous. I don't know. And I also think that's a loaded question. It depends on individual things, like if you're talking food. Like I might be in a hurry, so a microwave generation is perfect. But if you're talking about a marriage, maybe not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Mail order wives.
Yeah.
Oh, we got back to Trump again.
You know what? I did notice that the whole marriage thing, they've tried to make it a microwave topic for entertainment purposes. So you got all these reality shows out now, like what is it?
The Bachelor and
The Bachelor and something about married at first sight or something like that.
That's just stupid.
So it's like you don't even see the person until the wedding.
Yeah.
Like you regress centuries with that shit.
Yeah. And then they got the 30-day bride or something like that where you get married and
hold on, let's go back for a minute. I don't think that was the idea behind it though. The idea behind something like you get married without ever seeing the person was let's really get to know this person, right? So if I'm getting married because I really dig this person.
No, but that's the thing.
I think energies are exchanged without.
You don't get to know them at all. You don't get to talk to them or anything.
Oh, really?
You don't even know
that. You can tell we don't watch this.
Yeah.
It's literally.
I can't fall in love with an idea.
Yeah. The idea of really getting to know somebody without seeing them first, now that's interesting because you're getting to know that person and who they are and their soul and stuff like that.
No,
but like if you don't get to know them at all.
Yeah, with this show, you learn that you're getting married. You have some key things that you need or want, and they try to fulfill it the best way they can. You plan the whole wedding. And then when they come down the aisle, that's your first time talking, seeing, knowing anything about this person.
Oh, that's insane.
That's marriage arrangement, like what they used to do.
That's I would say that is probably the ultimate example of where the risk isn't worth the reward.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean the rate of return is
that's insanely stupid.
Bitch, I don't even like you.
I mean, you don't really know that. You just
but it's so interesting because I was watching one episode and like the girl had sex with the dude the first night.
I mean, but they're married, so I mean
they're married.
Yeah,
that does kind of work.
Yeah,
but I mean she was getting filmed for like 30 days and couldn't do nothing. So I mean,
and it's like she had sex with the dude, and then dude turned out to be like this rage monster who would just blow up and yell at everybody.
I mean, he went Super Saiyan. That's all. I mean, it's cool.
It ain't no different than half of these college chicks downtown right now, though. I mean, they did the same thing. They met somebody, took them home.
They didn't marry him though.
I mean, the funny thing that depends on what your opinion of marriage is. Back
only
in the
for one night.
It was consummation. So I mean,
I mean, They were fulfilling part of the deal. I would say it's okay.
I mean, if you crazy enough to just marry somebody without seeing them, talking to them, nothing at all, I'm just gonna marry him and see what his goals.
I think something ain't right with you to consider that a good idea.
I would expect you not to sleep with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, we kind of off microwave society. Do you think it's a bad thing? What about it is bad?
You brought it up today, and I kind of talked about food and restaurants, but I actually thought about something I heard this weekend. And Sosa will probably like this. I think music has been affected deeply by it. The fact that we can easily access songs and things like that. And it's not even just that. I even see artists put out songs like so frequently because people just can't wait for an album.
Yeah.
They're not even putting out a mixtape, like not even a body of work. It's just a song. Like
Singles.
To keep it hot, to be relevant. Because people's minds are so like simple and move on to the next thing. Like great example is Drake. When has Drake been on hiatus in the past 10 years? Like we've pretty much just been fed with Drake for the longest. Like even Beyonce disappears for a while. Even Jay-Z disappeared for a while. But the thing is that reward of them coming out with a surprise album, people get excited. To me, it's like that should show you that the microwave thing isn't always the way to go with music. No. I mean, it's working for Drake, but a lot of people don't work for it. Like, you gotta go away from now. Because right now you're getting stale.
Yeah.
But that's what popped up in my head when you spoke about it this afternoon.
I agree.
Rich.
Problem there. I'm kind of with Jason. It's like there's good and bad to it because the reality of it is there are some things where it allows you to be much more efficient. You can be faster. You can do things. You can multitask. You know, it's like the fact that I am able to literally from my home on my smartphone, if I have to get somewhere and I don't have a car, I can literally just log into an app, get someone to take me anywhere and have a ride in the next like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's aspects of the things that have made it where the need to do things quickly is great. However, on the other side of that, it also teaches the value. It just disconnects the value of patience. Yeah. You know, like we don't tolerate, you know, what it takes to build or craft something or to actually create things that are in an art form. You know, to your point, like with music, it's like people just pushing stuff out simply because you can. You know, it's like the whole could versus should, you know, concept. You know, there's a lot of stuff that gets put out simply just because, you know, I can release this, but it doesn't necessarily mean you need to. The other, I guess, and that also is how we look at the difference between all human relationships. It's like, you know, to the same point about the show you were talking about. You know, it's like people think that everything has to happen fast. If you don't move by if there's a certain number of steps that you haven't taken in a relationship within a 1 week period, it's like all of a sudden like, oh, it's going too slow. F it. No, again, you just get out of here. You know, it's not like the time to get to know anyone or to be able to actually experience or do things. It's just kind of thrown out the window because I have to have this done within a week. So I can't say it's like it's completely negative, but you know, we're so used now to getting things at such an immediate, you know, rate. It's like no one really has anything to wait for. So
what's
go ahead. I'm sorry.
What if we take this to the next level, right? So let's say we get to a point or a microwave generation where the government says, well, let's put this computer chip in your brain. So you can download anything in a matter of, you know, whatever, seconds, minutes, whatever. So exactly, right? So I feel you. Because then you could be controlled and stuff. I dig that. But wouldn't that make so the person, like most of us in this chat, that would most likely deny that. You're not putting no chip in my brain, right? I don't care what I can download. If you could say, oh, you know, you can download everything in a matter of seconds to do this job, right? But wouldn't that make us obsolete?
Fucking right. And I'm old anyway, so I don't give a fuck.
I mean, all right.
What the job?
What is the end goal? Is it to be as productive? as more efficient, more productive as possible. Because even so let's think about it. Because the reality of it is like if you look at how children are taught now versus how we were taught, it's completely different. The expectation to do things, like to have extracurricular activities and to be like a part of like 15 different things. And like I hear my coworkers talk about all the activities they have their kids, and I'm like, how do you balance all this shit out? Like you're saying that you got your kid like playing the sport, they're like just doing some instrument stuff, they're in these like science clubs. Like where do you actually get the opportunity to just
be with your child?
Just to be a human being? Like when you get that chance. And it just seems like I think that's part of it, and I can't say it's like the obsolescence of being a human. It's just more of what's the end goal here, because I think a lot of this is doing is we're just keep adding on to the plate, and we're expecting this now. And
I think at one point our goal was to have more time. But instead of having more time to do things that we want to do,
now we got more shit.
Took that and added more shit.
Yeah. Sure.
So we're probably getting 16 times more things done, but we still have the same amount of free time, which is none.
Right. Yeah.
Because the expectation is for us to be able to do, your what's it? I guess the capacity of load. It's like you're just supposed to be able to lift more because you're able to do things more efficiently.
Can you
go that's ahead. Kind of my point. That's what I was saying. So
let's
say it comes down to a job, right? And let's say the job is in IT, and if you have this government put in computer chip, you could download and know how to do everything for this IT job in a matter of 30 minutes, where someone without the chip can't do that because obviously they got to go through a 3-month, 6-month, year training, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't. I got. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, just think about this. Me, Richard, and Jason are of the same age. Think about freshman year. Like some of us probably had cell phones, may have not have, but at the same time, what was our mode of talking to most people? It was still our room phones at the time. Like you would literally be out all day, probably not have a cell phone.
And instant message.
I was about to say
on your computer, be able to sit in class, not have that distraction, be able to be at the GIMP eating, be able to interact with people, and not everybody doing this. Like think about like how much time, not say you were happier, but just think about like you weren't ingrained in things like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, at that point in life, we were still missing people. Like we'd be like, yo, I ain't talked to Rich all day. Where's he at?
Yeah, but you didn't have that instant access to it, and I think we take that for granted.
Speaking of that, and it's just the point you just made, Jason. It's like you got to miss people. Like Facebook has almost eliminated the need for a high school reunion.
Yeah, because you know what's going on. How you been? You done seen it every fucking day for the past 7 years.
Like it's like. Why even worry about it? Because I mean, if I really want to see you or reconnect, be like,
I would have did that when you came to town the 15,000 times over the past couple of years.
Right.
Whatever, man.
High school reunions are just going to be Google Hangouts and Facebook Live.
Basically, I ain't get the invite. You send the invite, I ain't get the invite either. Let's send me the invite to the Google Chat Live. My 20th high school reunion.
That podcast.
My 20th high school reunion is next year. I've seen everybody who's going to be there,
guys. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I've seen everybody who's going to be there online.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of which,
I need to go.
I met somebody the other day that knew you back when you was in college, Brian.
Did you?
Yeah.
They knew Brian with the dreads.
They did.
Are they asking for child support?
They said,
"Who's the pappy?"
Jangle.
I'm kind of curious.
He's like,
no, not about a child support. Do
you have any illegitimates?
She got a whammy.
Type the name in the chat.
Her son was kind of old, and he looked just like.
See,
got no kids.
Nah, it was a dude, man. It was a dude.
All right.
Yeah. Ain't no me like that.
He said that you pledged like his best friend or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, they looking for revenge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So listen, I want to talk on the little microwave. I didn't get to do my.
Oh yeah, you have not.
Microwave society. I think a pro. Who doesn't like instant gratification? Who don't like it right then? Now there are some things that I'm willing to wait for. We were talking about the restaurant things. If I go to a restaurant and I order my food, I'm willing to wait.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said today.
Cooking my food and it's not under a hot light. So,
or if your plate, or if your plate's hot,
or
exactly. My plate hot and my food cold as hell. When it's something that's going to affect me physically, I'm willing to wait for it. If I go to a doctor and I have to wait a little bit for the doctor, then that means he has patience and people trust him. I'm willing to wait.
Okay. I was wondering where he was getting at with the physical thing.
Yeah, I mean, like food physically affects you, things like that. So I'm willing to wait for stuff like that. Now, the cons of a microwave society, of course, it does. It makes you lazy. It makes you impatient. And again, like I said, with the food, it can affect you. It can affect you physically. When you start growing fruits and things out of season because people want something immediately, then you have to do things to that food and that fruit and that meat in order for it to be ready for people. So when you're in a microwave society like that, you're like Sosa said in the beginning, the preservatives, the chemicals, all that stuff, you need all that stuff to grow watermelons in December. They don't grow in December, damn it. You're supposed to have no watermelons in January. Everybody know that. So that in that part, it's a bad thing because it can hurt you in the long run. But as far as the good things, like I said, everybody likes it. Everybody likes instant gratification. So that's just part of human nature.
I do got one thing on that I want to add on after you're done.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah.
Oh, skills. Some skills, because of we want it right now, we want this, we want that. Some skills, and for whatever reason, the only thing I can think of is food. Nobody really cooks from scratch no more. Everything's pop it in the oven or pop it in the microwave.
Yeah.
Biscuits made from scratch are awesome.
Oh, yes, sir.
Who does them anymore?
Popeyes.
Yeah, every day.
My grandma.
Hardee's too.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? But that skill is
well, crush that man.
What? Oh, we all have that.
Why y'all did that?
That's stupid.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, he's right.
Some skills are just going to be lost. Cursive.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Think about it like what you was just talking about. We're talking about. We can sit there with family and be like, hey, you remember how auntie or grandma used to make so-and-so and they take all day? What are we going to talk about? You remember when grandma used to go and buy that food from McDonald's so quick?
Remember she popped in the Hungry Jack biscuits?
Oh, God. Yeah, I remember that sound.
There's going to be a part of that connection that's going to be missing.
Yeah, I mean.
It's already missing, though. I mean, that's what our grandkids are going to be saying right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some things that are awesome. I'm not a big fan, but LeBron James is coming up on what, 15, 16-year plan?
Yeah.
And he's still playing at a high level because of the amount of money he puts into his physical regimen.
Yeah, it's insane.
So he can play another 5-6 years at a high level. Well, Kobe was having a hard time his last two. So, I mean, there's good and bad, but there's some skills that are going to be lost.
Kobe's old ass also played like 50 years.
You said what?
I said Kobe's old ass played like 50 years in the NBA. So I mean,
I still think of Kobe and Shaq and LeBron as rookies. I think that's just
What?
That's because you're about 50 years old, man.
Your face is 50 years old.
All right.
Y'all are just pure rude.
But yeah, I mean, and I don't think there's any way to fix it. And which I was talking about the music, I agree with that too, because you put these cats on these 6-year deals, and instead of spreading out their albums, they try to get it all done in a year. So their first album might be fire, but then they start putting out their bullshit. That's why all of these really, really good artists like Prince and Biggie and all these other artists, they have this library with thousands and thousands of songs because they had time to make songs and put aside what was garbage, what they didn't want on the album, and put out the quality stuff. You know, they put out that Prince thing with the 9 songs on it now.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of hear why Prince didn't want those songs out.
Mediocre.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and that's
Pop still got songs that's recorded like albums and albums.
They
of songs
need to keep those with it.
Yeah, but there's a reason why people don't put stuff out. Though.
Well, Pop's still alive. So.
Man, shut up.
They said
Thank you, Sosa.
albums of Pops was actually nice. They just he just recorded that much in volume so that he could just, as the times go, he could always just put something out and
he recorded that stuff earlier this year.
Under over 5 times he said Hennessy on that song.
All I'm saying,
he should
got
got
his money with Pop. When he put that $1 million bond up, he got his fucking money's worth.
You hear what I say?
No,
I did. He said Ciroc a few times in them songs too.
Why did you look at the camera like that, though?
Hey, keep on, man. They're gonna shut us down. They're gonna make you log off.
Yeah. The FBI is already in our cameras right now.
There.
Pac said he was at the On the Run tour.
Shut the fuck up. Next.
Looking at the camera,
Next. Get out, man.
The FBI is about to kick your door down, bro.
Everybody know Pac alive. They ain't gonna pay no attention to me. I can't prove the shit. Shoot, the people that helped him, I had said they knew where he was.
FBI agents texting you right now. Hey, shut the fuck up.
They probably broke my last phone because I said this shit the last podcast. But let me see here what we got. But all right, so we was talking about microwave society and how slow things were when we were younger. We had time to do things. Trying to figure out how to connect this.
We try to do stupid things because we didn't want to wait.
At this point, fuck the segue. You already did it.
I was like when we were young, trying to do stupid things because we had too much time.
Yeah, that's how I broke my arm. And
jumping off the roof of the house.
Jumping, trying to jump the branch. Bitch can't touch that branch. Bet I can.
Let me tell you one of the dumbest things I think I ever did. I had a bow and arrow, and
I see you. This is already going wrong.
You know, I mean, one of the things you know not to do with a bow and arrow is to shoot that joker straight up in the air, right? So I remember being a kid and I was mad about something, I don't know. And I shot that joker up in the air and it came down on a perfect arc. Came through the ceiling of a mobile home that my mom was staying in.
Holy shit.
And went and hit the bathroom floor where she was sitting on the toilet.
No.
Yeah, straight up. God is good because she could have been so dead. That would have been such a problem.
How bad did you get me?
Oh, listen, let me tell you.
You know when somebody got to make room for their story, they about to listen. Let me move all this shit out the table. I want to
listen. I mean, and my mom was already trained. Like she was trained by some like blind sensei. I don't even know how to say it, but when I'm talking about whoop my ass, I mean like all them acreages that's out there in the country. She whooped my ass all over every part of it. She whooped my ass.
Awesome.
I think some of that was like a fear ass whooping. It's like this dude almost fucking killed me.
like straight up, I killed me. And the whole time I was just saying, "I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry, bro. I deserve it."
And the moral of Jason's story is, what goes up
must come down.
Must come down.
You corny ass.
What's crazy is I thought of a Pimp C line. I can't finish it.
We quote Pimp C now.
Well, he started. Never mind. Yeah, God bless him. I ain't finishing his line.
I just thought we was gonna live forever when we was kids.
We did.
Yeah. We were made out of fucking rubber, so we could fall and bump our heads, fall out of trees.
Father fucked you up.
There was no rubber used in any of our situations.
Wait a minute, what?
That is correct.
Folks.
Pull out wasn't even an option.
No,
that's not what he was saying. He said we were all conceived without rubbers being.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, Brian didn't.
I'm not talking about this anymore. I'm done.
I mean, it happened. You know, for you, it happened like 55 years ago, but still.
Whoa. Next. Things that you regret in your childhood? Anybody? Things that you learned something from?
Talking shit to your mother because you're taller than her.
Oh yeah.
What goes up?
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mommy said, bah!
Yeah.
And then daddy came home and said,
listen, I don't think there's anything scarier than hearing your sweet mother say, who you think you talking to? Because you know, at least back then, you know you done messed up.
Because that ain't that. No matter how you answer it, it's going to end up with a whop some way.
Because you were talking and you were in a groove. You was and all of a sudden you heard, who you think you talking to? And the dude on your shoulder said, oh shit, what did I do? What did I say? You're trying to go through the words. Oh shit.
I think that y'all had it awesome.
Those are the days I wish she was a single mother.
I think that y'all had it awesome because my mama didn't say stuff like that. There was no comments. It was all action.
At least you, Jason, like I never got the brace for impact.
Nope. You had to learn to feel the eyes looking at you. If you didn't feel the eyes looking at you, there was no brace. It was just
Jason was just like,
that's right. That's right.
He's like, how'd I get here?
How'd I end up through this wall? I don't even know. Like, why is my head in the toilet seat right now?
Hey, it's funny the things we're talking about our parents doing like that. Those are the things they tell people not to do with their kids now.
My mom and my dad both with my ass.
That's why everybody's shooting up schools now.
Right. See, I didn't get beat, to be honest.
What?
Yeah, I didn't.
We from the same place, but two different sides of that.
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, I got crucified.
You know, I mean, yeah, no, I never got beaten.
And how did you turn out so well? How did this? Your dad need to write.
He probably saw one of the other.
See, my dad was a cop, so I mean, like, So there's a lot of I would say like what not to do. There was a lot of like lessons.
I guess those examples were rampant.
Yeah.
So
there were a lot of examples. There's a lot of examples of how not to fuck up.
I'm like,
so I mean, yeah.
Deputy Brown just showed all of them like webcam. I mean, like cam videos of him and what he was doing to all them other perpetrators out there.
Nah, they didn't have dash cams back then.
I know. It was something to say. To deal with.
You're so fucking stupid. It was just something to say.
No, straight up. So I got my dad whooped my ass with a leather belt until I became 10 years old. I did something stupid at 10, and I came home expecting to get beat with a leather belt, and I walked into 4 boxing gloves.
Oh yeah. I know this story.
and my dad legit beat my ass. Every time I got in trouble, he legit boxed me to death from 10 to 16 years old. 6 years, straight up 6 years of getting my ass whooped. So, but I mean, I turned out really good, right?
Still up for debate.
I do not want to laugh at your pain, but I am.
But real talk though, it taught me a lot of good things. It taught me how to defend myself. It taught me
take a punch.
It taught me right from wrong. Right.
This man had conditioning lessons every other week.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Let's see. The one regret that I would say I had as a child is wearing a helmet while riding a bike is extremely important.
Oh yeah, but
because
well,
see, the thing is, like, I was riding down the street once, going down a hill way too quick, popped the wheelie, and then fell face first. I came off the bike.
Bro, damn, Rich, you taking my thunder. Hey, that was my dealt with a bike too.
Hey, man. Hey, like I chipped, like my front tooth was chipped, cracked, and it was like right at the same time Dumb and Dumber came out. Oh man, it was so bad.
It was funny.
It was like, Rich, you go to school? Nope.
pretty much just like, I'll be back next week. We're gonna get this bonded.
We got to fix this.
Yeah, we got to take care of this.
Yep.
That bike stuff. I'm gonna let
Mine's two bike. Mine was a bike. I remember riding down a hill of wet grass like an idiot. Hit a hump that was directly behind my house. Flew over the hump because the brakes did not work because it just slid across the grass. Slammed against the side of the house. And I just remember like gliding down the side of the house. And but what's crazy, this is the bad part. On Fort Jackson back in that's probably like 90-91. I know I was in second grade. The side of the house was not made, but it was covered in the same crap that covers your roof. It's that.
The white stuff?
No, like sandpaper, whatever they call that.
Asphalt shingles?
Yeah. So guess what the side of my right face looked like? Just skin peeled off. Yes.
This man had a Looney Tunes sketch.
Exactly. So I know when I went to school, I know they were thinking like, did they beat the hell? Nope, it was all me. It was all me.
Teacher wanted to call your parents immediately.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the one parent I remember, we had like a birthday party or something. I still remember. He's like, man, you just tell people you fought Mike Tyson. Just say that. That's all I remember.
Hey man, you ain't got to lie no more. I don't think they can put your parents in.
No, that's what happened.
DSS ain't doing nothing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just remember one other time. I remember going down the hill with your hands off the handlebars, and then when I needed a break, I braked so fast I flipped over the freaking handlebars and then slid and wiped skin off my arm. Always a bike.
I think what saved all my skin on my body was that we lived on a dirt road.
Oh no!
And we used to put our bikes together, like we would take them apart, switch parts, and whatever. And I'm doing the same thing, riding with my hands off the handlebars, chilling, speeding, because I knew how to turn without putting my hands on the handlebars and all that. Yeah. All of a sudden, the handlebars and the tire just go off on their own. And all you could do was like look at this shit. It felt like it took 5 minutes, but I know the whole fall was like 5 seconds. And
it felt like 5 minutes.
In dirt, and just laying there, it's like shit. I'll just lay here for a minute. Y'all do.
Dog, you be straight. When that bike stuff hit, you always sit there for a second. You never get right up. It's almost like you concussed. You just your eyes open and you just see sky.
You can't believe it. I fell off a bike. I fell off a whole bike.
Yeah, you know what's funny? A lot of kids now can't even have stories about a bike.
No. Motherfuckers got body armor on.
You ain't lived till somebody told you to tie your shoes 1,000,000 times and you don't, and them shits get caught in the store.
Oh, everybody done had that happen. Oh,
what do I do? What do I do? What do I
do? Oh, that's real. That's real. Wow, I forgot about those.
Yeah, you just about to eat this one, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you something else.
The bike might slam on top of you.
We played football and killed a carry on the street. That was dumb.
Yeah, I think
straight tackle.
Yeah, we did some street tackling a couple of times. Idiots. Yeah. Oh my god. It take one person to eat the curb.
Yeah. That was dumb.
Park car. Take one person to park car.
Yeah, and everybody scatter like roaches when the light come on.
I still grew up in the country. We just played in the streets.
Yeah, we
doing the cars.
You in the country had all that field grass or something.
Yeah, it was stupid. Now homecoming cars is another story. Like, can you imagine getting tackled and then getting run over at the same time?
Yeah, no, that's bad.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Sosa laughing at us.
Because I mean, I mean, it was different, but we weren't country. We was straight up city. We was all up and down blocks, and
no, we was country. We was throwing dirt rocks at each other.
Yeah.
When it snowed, we used to grab the back of cars as they was riding and just skitch.
That was stupid.
Wow. Well, I mean, back then they had those nice metal bumpers, so
yeah,
I still remember the metal bumpers in the 80s.
We used to throw snowballs at taxis and have them chase us because those cabbies was crazy.
Okay, they're crazy, but I'm gonna throw snowballs.
No, they would chase
a whole different life.
They would chase you.
I've been in Chicago. I didn't even see a cab. It was Ubers.
Well, yeah, it is like 30 years later.
I know.
I used to make $5 off every Cadillac hood ornament I'd bring in.
What they do? Dip it in chrome?
Well, no, you had the gold ones and you had the silver ones. So,
well, people were making medallions.
Huh?
People were making medallions.
No, keychains.
Just for a keychain. Jesus Christ.
That means $5.
Yeah, $5.
I used to make $5.
I had the balls to do what I did.
This lady
used to do what for a lady for $5?
This old lady in the neighborhood, she'd be like, "Hey man, you bring me for every squirrel you bring me, I give you $5."
A squirrel?
Yeah, man. Yeah, people in the country they eat the hell out some squirrels.
I forget that I'm this far in the South.
I feel like I just ended this whole podcast.
Yeah,
you live in a different part of the country.
Because I look at a squirrel as a rabid rodent in my world, or things that terrorize us in the towers at USC.
Yeah, you get deep in the impoverished country, man. They eat anything, man. You pop a good little possum and they'll boil that bad boy up, cut it up, and go for it. Yep. Yep. Podcast finished. Man, what do you say? If all your minds and hearts are clear.
Oh, yeah, something here. I don't know what's going on.
All right, Brian's not focused.
But anyway, let me go back to the show sheet here. Oh yeah, that is it.
That's it.
But the thing is about our childhood, man. Those are things that you're supposed to do and supposed to remember. You're supposed to have scars, and I remember when this happened, and hey, you remember them. I remember me and my best friend was enemies, and now we best friends. These kids ain't gonna have that. They're just gonna be talking about where they were when they were on Fortnite.
It's a different rite of passage.
I was about to thank you, Sosa, because it's a different time in how relationships are formed. So to say that it's not, it's strange to us, but to them, that's just the way the social landscape is. I mean, their scars that they're bearing is more like emotional. Yeah, there you go. Like those are the kind of scars that they're bearing now. Because unfortunately, with social media, like you can embarrass a kid and it'd be perpetuated forever.
Man, just look across Woolstar and see how many times these people get knocked out. I mean,
right. I mean, that's like a YouTube classic for like, that goes viral.
Do you remember any of your ass whoopings? Well, these kids, their ass whoopings are etched in the fabric of time forever.
Yeah. It's like adding insult to injury. That's what it is.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Sad. I couldn't. I don't think I'd be able to deal with growing up during this time.
Hold up. So you saying you don't remember your ass whoopings?
No, I ain't never got my ass whooped. First of all,
don't go there, man.
I haven't.
Everybody took it up.
I'm about to say,
been beat up.
Yeah,
I can defend myself very well, but I done got my ass handled a few times.
I've never. Been beat up.
Oh yeah, I done got knocked out. I done got knocked down.
My last fight was elementary school.
Wow. I mean, well, then that means you ain't got tested.
I didn't take a L then either. Huh?
Nah. Listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I got jumped, and I cracked. The first dude's jaw is probably still broken.
Right? No, it'll be infected now.
And the second dude caught a mad left hook because I was stumbling off the first one that I threw. But then I got dropped by the third dude, and then after that I got handled, by the rest of them. Now the first dude never got up. I can promise you that. But
you killed him?
No, I mean he got up eventually. Don't turn me into I gotta
Jason got a body. Let's get him a haircut.
Murderer, motherfucker.
I got a life to live. But my point is, I mean, I think we all remember our fights. Like whether it was broadcast or not, I can tell you about every fight I ever had.
I remember me and you almost getting too many fights, but it is what it is.
I can't remember all of it.
Izzo, you're right on that. Me and Izzo done got in with, man, we was in so much in college, man. It just feel like it was just like people was testing us no matter where we was at.
Probably because we were black and white dudes hanging together. They probably like, what?
We don't like your con wrong, girl.
What you about to say, Sosa?
I can't remember every single. I've gotten into too many fights. I was short and I had a big mouth, so
not much has changed.
Yeah, I always tried to provoke them, but it never popped off half the time.
You trying to provoke what?
I used to try to provoke fights, and they would just never pop off.
I'm about to say, is that why we go to Tin Roof?
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Go ahead, Sosa.
Yes, it is. But anyway, anybody had any extra topics they wanted to hit on before we take our leave?
LL.
God damn it.
Please tell me about this. Go ahead.
Do we got time?
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta work in the morning, man.
I'll make it quick. Okay, so he's a legend. He's an icon. Part of Def Jam, he's one of the founding acts, etc. Right? Can't take that from him. But that motherfucker overrated. Did he end Kool Moe Dee's career? Yes, he did. Did he end Ice-T's career? No, he didn't. I think we talked about this before. My biggest problem with him is, aside from not evolving, is that Cannabis setup, where he put Wyclef, he told Wyclef, hey, be his producer and fuck up his album. Why would you do that? If y'all battle rapping, that's supposed to be a competition. So you just punked out.
Yeah, the man on the inside.
Right. And a lot of people were like, well, Cannabis is a battle rapper. He can't make an album. Okay. 2 years later, Eminem drops his first album. He's a battle rapper. He just had the right producer. So Cannabis could have been great, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But even if he wasn't, he should have had the opportunity. He deserved the opportunity for it to be a fair and square competition. So that's my issue with that's my main issue with that.
I got two things after that. One, totally agree with Sosa. Two, LL Cool J ain't gonna be on the show.
Fuck him.
Hold on, I got something to say though. You said he ain't reinvented, so he did. He just not yet. He did. He just didn't reinvent himself in the music game. He reinvented himself.
No, you're right.
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
But I was taking it back to how we were saying last week. Are you who's too old to get on the mic?
Yeah.
He didn't invent himself. He rebranded himself, and I applaud him for that. But I mean, other than hip hop, I mean, you're not the greatest of all time. Stop that shit. So that's why I say fuck him.
Something like a phenomenon.
Oh my God.
That's Lewis, man. Sharks.
That's the wrong old guy though.
What?
Something like a phenomenon.
About deepest bluest, my head is like a Sharks fan.
Yeah. That is one of his wackest shits, man.
Oh my God. That's like Peter and the Addams Family song.
I thought Sosa was gonna say some shit like LL spit at my chick while we was walking down the street.
Oh, he wouldn't be alive.
And he ran off with my chick, and then he made a song about,
Oh no. Did he be in the trunk somewhere? He come up missing.
He made the song, but this is more than a crush. It was about a chick that he stole from you.
That's the one he did with Boys II Men, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Amazing.
I thought it was gonna be like that, but
no.
Kind of feel let down.
I'm sorry, I just called.
All right, fellas. We good?
We good.
We're good. We Gucci. I think that's how the kids say it.
Oh, real quick. Did y'all see the clip of Eric Reed taking that knee yesterday?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, for the Panthers. Yeah, he took a knee yesterday before the Panthers.
He ain't gonna be working next week.
I actually did not watch the game. That's why I forgot who they played that fast. Who the Panthers played, Jason?
It was a really good game.
Who did they play? He done forgot.
But yeah, Giants.
He took it.
It was the Giants. I didn't see
Giants. I knew that Giants because
it was the Giants. It was an exciting game. Yeah, I know y'all aren't watching.
63-yard field goal. It comes to my phone, but I didn't watch it.
But I mean, even the offensive play calling for the Panthers in like the first half was just amazing. I mean, some plays that I was just like, wow, this is us. Yeah, it was a really good game.
I just want to give him props for staying true to what him and Cap started. And he hasn't waned away from it, even though, like, you know, he easily could have. He easily could have to keep a check, but he didn't. He's still doing it. And I'm happy the owner allowed him to do it because the owner is not a big fan of you know who. So.
I got.
So I actually got an owner that I like now at the Panthers. I can deal with it. Go ahead.
I got one other sports related thing. I know I didn't get to watch it, but I saw the highlights of it. The McGregor and Khabib.
Oh yeah,
I love the fact that I don't want to see anyone's downfall, but I love the fact McGregor lost. Like I really do because he talked way too much noise.
He got his ass handed to him.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he talked so much noise. And then he put that tweet out talking about he won the battle, but the war isn't over. Someone was like,
Negro, you ain't won.
You sure about that?
I'm sitting there like, yeah, I think
wasn't it like 59 impacts to like 2 at one point?
Man.
Wasn't it like that?
He's
so he does talk a lot of shit, but I like him. But you also got to know that after if he ever gets it handed to him, he stands up like a grown man and says, "Hey, you know what? You did that."
That's the only thing I give him.
So, I don't know. I think he's kind of damn funny too, man.
He can be funny, but you still got that ass whooped.
The last thing you want to do, you talk that much shit. The last thing you no respect for him. The last thing you want to do is get choked out.
I'm with you, Sosa.
I have no respect for him.
Listening to his coach on the Joe Rogan podcast, so basically it's like we just gonna try to ride this out for 4 rounds and hope this works.
If you're my trainer and you say that publicly, I'm firing you.
Right? What? It's like, oh man, dude was like analyze his fight pattern.
Like they conceded with all the shit they were talking. They conceded that Khabib was a bad motherfucker.
Right. I don't give a damn who I'm fighting, organized or street fight. You ain't choking me out. That's the most embarrassing part of this whole thing. Being choked out is the worst way to lose a fight.
And he's lost like that twice.
Isn't that isn't that the same point? Isn't that the same way Jean-Claude beat Bolo in Bloodsport?
Yeah, that's the way Bruce Lee killed Chuck Norris.
I think so.
Yeah, had him in that headlock.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, it's the Kumite.
Anyway, why you take your pants off? My balls are sweating.
Yo, that dude, I hope he gets his cardio straight because he's gonna be a good fucking heavyweight.
I like him because he was so honest. He was like, I gotta go do cardio. I'm about to take a break for them shit. I'm about to go sit down somewhere.
Oh man.
He was happy that fight was over. He's like, Jesus, thank you. What was the last minute of the fight anyway? Wasn't it like the last minute of the fight?
Yeah, it was the last minute, and he caught him with a Hail Mary, right?
Oh, he knocked shit out of him.
Yes, he did.
But anyway, if y'all want
the last minute of the fight was Khabib jumping over the octagon and going in.
Right? Yeah, that's that's the main event. That was the main event. Yeah.
That fight before it was better than that one though.
It was. It definitely was. That was a really good one.
But if y'all want to catch up with us anytime other than the YouTube, you can always look us up on Podbean. Search us. If you want the link, I'll send it to you. Just hit me up on the little social networking thing we got up here. If you want to catch us on SoundCloud, you can do that at
The Company Podcast.
And on iTunes, you can find us at
The Company Podcast.
And on Google Play Music, you can find us at
Company.
Yeah. So search those things. You can find us. Join us. What do they have to do? Like rate us or something?
Yeah, rate us.
Rate us.
That helps out a lot with being able to find it, and it goes higher up the boards when you just search it. Makes it real easy.
And if you have anything that you want us to talk about, anything you want us to cover, you can always hit us up on our Twitters. All of those links are on the social networking sites that we have listed there. So until then, we'll see you guys next week with new topics, more randomness and all that good shit, because I'm pretty sure something's going to happen. We got a hurricane coming, so we'll probably talk about the hurricane next week.
I thought the hurricane's in the Gulf. Or about
it's headed to the Carolinas.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's going this way, but I'll
but it's too soon to tell, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, anyway, thank you guys for letting us keep you company, and we'll catch you next week. Peace.